Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late today. I am driving to the airport and I decided this year that I am going to be consistent every day. I am going to do what I said I am going to do. So it doesn't matter where I am, I will get it done. And here we are. Welcome. I am Sandra B. I am a coach. I teach women how to build resilience and how to do it through faith and build resilience for their families and for themselves. We have been talking about resilient motherhood. This is going to be interesting doing it in the car. We've been talking about being resilient, how to become a resilient mom. And today I want to touch on resilient mothers model emotional regulation. Resilient mothers teach others they teach themselves and their children emotional regulation. They know how to control their emotions. And one thing I teach my kids and teach myself is to control my emotions. Just because I'm feeling something, just because I am thinking something, it doesn't mean that it is true, and it doesn't mean that it should be voiced. Because your feelings should not be treated as real all the time. Your feelings are just warning signs. And a warning is showing you that there's something else that's wrong, not necessarily that there's something wrong with you. One of my favorite scriptures is in Proverbs, where it says, "A gentle answer turns away a wrath." I'm sure if you are like me, a mom, where you've had a very overwhelming day, you are overstimulated, and then a child comes and asks you, you just answer them harshly, like, "What?" or "No, not now," or whatever. And the child takes it personally without thinking that you are the problem. They think they are the problem because they simply ask you a small question and you are frustrated and you take it out on them. And then there's one thing that I know as well. Children learn how to handle conflict by watching their parents on how they deal with it and how they handle it. I used to be very emotionally dysregulated. I used to act out of my feelings a lot, and sometimes I still do. But there's one thing I've learned is frameworks that I teach in building a family, how to build a resilient family course. The link is in my bio. Is to be able to take time out. For example, before I fetch my children, some days I know that I'm completely depleted. Instead of just going to fetch them directly, is to make sure that before I fetch them, I have between 15 minutes and 30 minutes to regulate myself, so that when I pick them up, I am the best that I can be. I have had my cup of tea, I've laid down, I've done whatever that I can to regulate myself. And when I fetch the kids, when they come into my presence, is we have a good time together. They don't have this dysregulated mom. And when you regulate your emotions, you give your children permission to regulate their emotions too. And this does not mean that we cannot mess up. The point is, when we mess up, we have the self-awareness to say, "Hey, I messed up and now I need to fix it." Apologize. Take responsibility for your dysregulation. Say, "I am sorry I shouted. I am sorry I screamed." Not, "I'm sorry I shouted because you did A, B, and C." No, that's not an apology. Just that's you passing on blame for your bad behavior. Your bad behavior is yours, and take responsibility for it. So I am not calling us to be perfect moms. I'm calling us to be resilient moms. Resilient moms adapt and bounce back and come back from whatever. And when you get caught in your emotions, before you go speak to your children, just really learn to take time out. And emotional resilience is about living life from the inside out, not from the outside in. For a very long time, I used to live my life from the outside in instead of the inside out. What do I mean by that? I mean that when I wake up, whatever is happening in my environment that determines how my day is going to be, and that's a very dangerous way to live. But if I wake up and I say, I choose to have a good day, regardless of what is happening, and on the days where I fail to regulate myself, I just give myself grace. But the point is to develop a self-awareness that you know the connection. To develop a self-awareness to know that I have messed up and I need to take responsibility. But all this and more in my Resilient course, family course. The link is in my bio. And I think I'm going to lose connection now. Thank you for joining in, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Thank you for coming on a journey with me of staying consistent, of us learning together on how to be resilient moms. And I will catch you tomorrow, and wish me a very good flight. Chat soon.